Rebels Report, Cody Janzen with you here, joined by Ethan Pedersen. I want to know, Ethan, how did you get into lacrosse? What was it like? When's your first memory of holding a stick, being like, "This is the sport for me"?
My first time was my brother was playing lacrosse in the backyard with his friend. One day he finally let me join in with him, and after that I just loved the game. Just getting to throw the ball around, hanging out with the guys, it's just lots of fun.
So, when you were growing up, did you watch NLL when they had a team in Edmonton? Did you have a favorite player who you kind of looked up to?
Yeah, it's actually Mark Matthews. I was fortunate enough their last game in Edmonton here. I went to their final game where they won the cup, and that was probably one of the best moments I've ever had watching a game of lacrosse.
Yeah, very similar style. We'll go with good comparison for Mark Matthews though. Like when you first started playing Rebels though, I know you said your brother was into lacrosse. Who was some of the players who helped you get your feet wet? Really, made you comfortable playing at the junior level.
Uh, so I first started out playing D. Some of the best guys to watch playing D were uh, Christian Searson, Spencer Milne. I think those are some of the best D guys we've seen. A lot of our coaches now, Darren and Corey, both of them have been really great, giving great advice. And then with the O guys, uh, Ethan Wong has always been my favorite player to watch, and he's just been lots of help giving advice and tips.
Geez, we don't want to pump Wong's tires too much here. You might want. Hey, so this interview could be watched by people in Fort Saskatchewan and area who haven't seen a lacrosse game yet. Describe it for them. Describe it for me to someone who's never seen a game. Why should they come? Why is it more interesting than going to baseball, basketball, hockey, football, whatever it is?
I find that with lacrosse, it's just such a high tempo game. It's just such a fast game that no matter what the score is, it's never a given game. You can never tell who's winning, and when lacrosse is played the right way, it's one of the most beautiful sports to watch.
So you were part of the 2019 team there, and you guys won the North. You go to the Larry Bishop Memorial, but I want to touch on the high points. You beat the Crude at home. What was that like? What do you remember from that? Because the barn was rocking for game number 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the JRC more packed in my life than that day. I don't know. When that final buzzer went, it was just so crazy how many people were cheering us on. Just everyone was so hyped up. And then going into the dressing room after was probably one of my favorite experiences I've ever had.
I've never seen the rink like that. I mean, I would say, and this was even talking back to other people, even when the Hawks won a league championship, wasn't quite like that. Like you have to go back to the Traders or when Concordia was playing the university
Yeah.
out of there for hockey. But again, let's dive into Ethan Pedersen here. What's your pregame routine? What's a day look like for you? I mean, let's say you're not working, so you've got an 8 o'clock game. What's a day look like for you? Are you napping? Are you getting a certain pregame meal in? What's
Uh,
the playlist? Driving to the rink? Walk me through it all.
if I can, I'll get a nap in probably about 4 hours before warm up. So at about 3 o'clock for about half an hour, I have some pasta with just normal spaghetti sauce and chicken, and then I'll show up to the rink. I'll be there about 5:30, and then kind of just get right in my warm up gear and just chill out, stretch in the room a bit, hang out with the guys, just get everything feeling loose, and yeah, just get out there and do what we can.
Are you superstitious at all?
I'm very superstitious. Yeah.
Okay, well, walk us through what's going on here. What's going to be down to a T?
Uh, a lot of it is how I get ready in a game. I've been the same in hockey and lacrosse. No matter what, I'll be putting my shorts on first. It'll be the left shoe, then the right shoe, my kidney pads, and then I'll sit down for about 10 minutes, and then I'll get my elbow pads on, left and then right, and then get the jersey on, and then I won't put my helmet on until we're ready to go out.
Who's got the aux in the room this year? Who's the one pumping the beats?
Carter Albrecht.
He's got good music, or can we throw some shade at him?
For the most part, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's a couple of misses he's had, but we put him in line.
What do you got in the headphones pre-game? You're getting in the zone. What's on the playlist? Give me some songs.
Give you some songs. I listened to a lot of old school rap, some Biggie. I was listening to some Big Papa before the last game. Some newer stuff with the Migos, some Get Right With Ya. Just kind of that kind of music just to put you right in the mood.
I love it. I love it. It's a good pump up one. Everyone's a lot of guys that I've talked to already. They've been pretty low key. They're like, old school rock, nothing crazy, maybe a little techno. I love it. I love it. Be yourself. Listen to that rap music. Okay, you said you're a chicken and pasta guy. Are you cooking or what? Are you a good chef?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't give myself a 5-star, but I get the job done. It's edible, that's for sure.
Who's the joker in the locker room this year? Who's the guy keeping it light no matter what?
Josh McCallion. He's probably one of the most chillest guys I've ever met.
Who's got the one-liners? Who's the guys out there chirping all the time? If they're talking, you're cracking up on the bench.
Oh, that's Carter for sure.
He doesn't stop, eh?
No, he will always have his mouth going.
Oh, man. Okay, so we talked about full fans at the JRC here, and obviously the North Tournament's going to be something special. It's 1 week, it's playoffs, it's all at home. I mean, there's really not anything else you can ask for. But what's it like for you knowing that, hey, we got home floor advantage, our crowd's going to be there, they're going to be locked and loaded. What's the preparation, mentally coming into it for you?
I find we have such an advantage being at home. Coming out, it's just nice to be able to see familiar faces out there, knowing when we get a goal, we got an entire arena backing us there. And knowing when we get those big D stops or big saves that the crowd's letting all the other fans know what they missed out on right there.
And so, you've played all the teams in the North now. Who's the biggest rival right now? Who should fans know that if there's one game you can't miss? Who's that? Who's that team you guys are playing?
I gotta say that's gonna be the Warriors. I think we've been pretty close with them, and yeah.
Yeah, Warriors and Crude have been the teams that everyone's going with. I don't think I've ever seen a boring Crude Rebels game. There always seems to be fireworks when those two teams come together. Hey, COVID sucked. COVID was a terrible year and a half, 2 years where we didn't get real games. We had some fun last summer, but you personally and the rest of the team, you haven't played in meaningful lacrosse games in almost 2 years. So what would it be like, coming out of this as a champion? What would it mean to you knowing that, hey, this is really why we're back. We're getting this close to normal life again, and now we're champions.
If we came out on top here, I'd know it was a well-deserved win. Even though we had some pretty lighthearted lacrosse last year and we had some practice sessions, I know we've been getting guys out there. No matter what, we've been getting guys on the floor as much as we can, and I know our guys have been working hard, and they know what they want.
Perfect. Ethan, man, I appreciate you sitting down with me here. Best of luck during the tournament. We'll see you around the rink.
Perfect. Thank you.